Hey everyone!
It's the food that fed us, yeah.
Welcome to the food that fed us. This is a space where we explore and celebrate not just the dishes that have fed our souls, but our stories, memories, music, anything and everything that has fed our soul. And I'm really excited to share all the things that have fed my soul. And I'm really excited to hear what has fed your souls as well. A lot of this is going to be food related, but as I said, we're going to also incorporate a lot of different things that have fed us, because things that have fed us are not just food, it's a lot of things. The reason why I also wanted to create this channel was to record some of my memories, and a lot of my memories are tied to certain dishes. I've been told by a lot of my friends and family that my memory is quite expansive. I can remember things that have happened as early as 3 years old. So my birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks and I'm turning 40, which is very exciting. I really do love aging. Another topic that we can talk about on another episode. My memory is starting to fade just a tad, and I just want to keep going down memory lane. All the stories that I can remember, all the moments that I can remember as a child, and document it in some way and share it with you, and hopefully hear some of your stories and sweet memories that have fed your soul as well. And so today we're going to talk about one of my first memories I had when I was 3, and it is tied to the Filipino dish chicken tinola.
So first we're gonna grab our ingredients. We have a couple pounds of chicken. I'm using dark meat, but use whatever you'd like. We have a couple cutie sayotes, which if you're unfamiliar, they're from the gourd family, so they're squash. We have some malunggay leaves, which I just learned are horseradish leaves. We're gonna use a cup and a half of this. We've got some garlic, we've got some onion, we've got some ginger, and we've also got some chicken better than bouillon. If you have chicken bouillon cubes, that's also cool. Use whatever you have. This is just what I had on hand. Last but not least, we've got some patis or fish sauce. And we're going to head to the kitchen. Aren't sayotes adorable? They look like little puppet cutie pies, and so I put googly eyes on them for funsies. But we're going to peel them, and we are going to dice them into bite-sized pieces. You can choose what kind of bite you're looking for in your chicken tinola. This is the size that I chose, and I've thrown them onto this plate so they can start the party. And now we've got some ginger. That was the energy that was received from this ginger I was working with. So that's what happened. We sliced off just the amount that we needed. We peeled her. We are going to slice her up julienne. We do not need perfect matchsticks, as you can see. I have really been practicing being okay with imperfection, just like this video here. You'll see. But we are having the ginger join the party. Now we've got this onion, and y'all, have y'all noticed that onions kind of look like cute little bald little heads with this little patch of cutie hair on top? I don't know, I find the cute in the ordinary. Don't mind me. We're going to cut her in half, we're going to peel her, we're just going to do an easy peasy slice as such. This little batch of onion is going to join the party as well. Chill over there. We've got garlic. We're going to crush it like we're crushing this day. I never use that metaphor when I'm having a good day, but here we are. We are crushing maybe 5 garlics, 6 garlics, whatever your heart desires. You can do more. We can peel them out of their little envelopes. We're going to do a rough mince chop situ. Again, does not have to be perfect, and she's joining the party as well. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Now we've got our chicken. We are going to season the chicken on both sides with salt, and I was unsure if the camera was capturing the salt ever so delicately falling onto the chicken, so I decided to do this little number to indicate that salt indeed happened. And we're also going to pepper the chicken on both sides. And we're going to move over to the stove where we have a pot on medium-high heat waiting for us. We're going to throw in our oil. I'm using vegetable oil. We're going to throw in our onions and we're going to throw in our ginger. They have been patiently waiting for this part of the party and they're going to sweat it out. And we're going to throw in our garlic. And I know that in traditional Filipino cuisine, we usually put garlic in first, but just wanted to see what happens if we put in the garlic a little bit later. And we season as we go. I threw in some salt. We mixed her around a little bit. We're going to put our chicken down, skin side down first, and we're going to brown them a little bit. And y'all, this is where the imperfection happens because y'all, I thought that I was filming this next section, but I wasn't. And so I'm really trying to surrender to imperfection and my mistakes, especially in my work that I want to put out there in the world, because if I don't, I am never going to put anything out there. And I just want to be a storyteller and share. And it's okay that I messed up a little bit, and we're going to learn and try to fix our mistakes for next time. So imagine with me that we flipped over the chicken, we put some water to cover the chicken, and we're going to make chicken tinola. And it's time for story time.
So I remember when I was 3 years old, I remember I took a nap in my mom's room, but it didn't feel like a nap when I woke up. It was one of those naps where you wake up and you're like, oh, it's morning time and it's still so dark. And I woke up and I thought it was like the next day already, but it was just, I don't know, it was still like 6 in the evening almost, and it was like almost dinner time. And I remember waking up as a little 3-year-old and being like, what is happening? What's happening? I thought it was morning time, but it's still nighttime. And you know, it's kind of discombobulating waking up when you think it's the morning, but it's not. Right? Does anyone else feel that way? Woke up and I was like, oh my God, it's dark and I'm scared of the dark. Oh my God. And so I like crawled out of bed, a little scared because it was dark. I remember coming out of my mom's room and going into the living room that led to the kitchen, and it was all dark except for the light that was spilling from the kitchen onto the living room floor. And so I was just following the light. I'm walking and I remember just like seeing how dark it was. I remember walking through the living room and hearing the whir of the fan in the kitchen, smelling this delicious smell of chicken tinola, and then peeking into the kitchen and seeing my grandma cooking chicken tinola, and just seeing her after being a little bit confused and scared, and smelling all the smell, feeling the love that she's putting into this chicken tinola just brought me so much comfort. And that is really one of my first memories that I can recall. And I just wanted to share this very special chicken tinola recipe with you all. Let's see how she's doing.
Y'all, she is doing okay. Despite my filming mishap, all is well. Soup is still happening. And yeah, so we're going to remove the scum off the surface because we don't want that in our soup. We're going to throw in our bouillon, whatever you're using. When I use this product, I am testing for taste. And yeah, we're going to throw in some patis because we love that depth of flavor in this soup. And then we're going to throw in our sayote and we're going to let her soften for just a few minutes until we throw in our malunggay leaves. And mine are a little frozen, but it's all good because it's going to heat up in this pot.
All right, everyone, I think we're just about done. Let's take a taste first, just to make sure all the levels are where they need to be leveling. I think it needs a little bit more chicken bouillon. So we're just gonna add a little bit more, and that's okay. So we'll let that percolate. And maybe a touch more patis. Chickeny, garlicky, malunggay. The malunggay really gives like an extra layer. It's been a minute because my Lola didn't always put malunggay in our tinola. She put it in when she had it. So most of the time I would just have it with sayote. But you know, every now and then she would put malunggay, and I just wanted to throw that in there. But my memory is more connected with Sans malunggay and just sayote, but I like both. And we're gonna have this version today. This is what it looks like. She's looking super cute. She's looking like a hug from Lola, which I miss my Lola's hugs, and this dish is definitely going to feel like she's here with me today. She always is. So we've got some rice. We're gonna get some chicken. We're gonna grab a drumstick, sayote, chicken tinola. Shall we give it a try? So in Filipino culture, we typically use a spoon and a fork when we eat, and this is how we do it. So you can get an optimal bite of everything. See, this is a full bite of everything. Here we go. Oh, delicious. It takes me back to that memory. I don't remember eating the chicken tinola that day, but I do remember the warmth that I got from knowing that my Lola was making it. But man, when the weather was cold, for some reason, every Halloween before I'd go trick-or-treating, my Lola would make chicken tinola. So maybe one of the reasons why Halloween is my favorite holiday was because my Lola would always make sure that my belly was warm. I was warm before I would go trick-or-treating. Man, this is such a delicious, easy meal that you can do so quickly during the week. It's comforting, it's gingery, it's garlicky. There's really wonderful vegetables here. There's chicken. The chicken is chickening, and it's just the best, just like my Lola. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this food feeds you in some way, and I'll see you all in the next one. And I want to give a huge shout out to my dear friend Jenny. We went to elementary school together, and we're still friends. She's just amazing, and she actually gifted me the title of the show. We met up like a few weeks ago just talking about the art we're trying to create, and I was telling her about this concept of intersecting stories and food and all the other things that has fed my soul. And it was originally called Follies and Feasts, and she was like helping me talk through what that meant because it wasn't totally just gelling. And she gifted me this title, and I'm just really grateful for her, and I just wanted to give her a big shout out, and excited to be on this journey of the food that fed us.